Parts of Cagayan province are now under signal number 3 due to Typhoon Kiko. The camp of Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte says she's now eyeing re-election in next year's polls. Metro Manila mayors appeal to the IATF to ease restrictions for fully vaccinated individuals. And actor Paolo Contis finally breaks his silence after the breakup with his partner LJ Reyes. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Charles Lejano. Starting today's newscast with tropical cyclone wind signals raised over parts of Luzon due to Typhoon Kiko. The extreme northeastern portion of Cagayan is under signal number 3. Batanes, the Babuyan Islands, the remaining eastern portion of mainland Cagayan, as well as the northeastern portion of Isabela are under signal number 2. While signal number 1 is hoisted over the rest of mainland Cagayan, the northeastern portions of Ilocos Norte and Apayao. And the same goes for the eastern portion of Kalinga, the northwestern and southeastern portions of Isabela, and the northern portion of Aurora. The North Luzon Command is now on high alert for the possible effects of Typhoon Kiko in their area. Disaster response teams, as well as equipment, have been prepared to provide the necessary assistance to residents. Aside from keeping internal security, in managing territorial defense, the NOLCOM is also mandated to hold disaster relief operations, especially with an incoming tropical cyclone. Typhoon Kiko slightly weakens as it moves over the Philippine Sea. And to tell us more on this, we have with us now Raymond Ordinario from the Pag-asa Weather Forecasting Center. Good morning, Raymond. Could you give us the latest on Typhoon Kiko?
Yes, Charles, good morning, and this is our update regarding Typhoon Kiko. And as of 4 a.m. today, it was estimated around 280 kilometers east-northeast of Casiguran, Aurora, having a maximum sustained winds of 185 kilometers per hour near the center, and a gustiness that may reach up to 230 kilometers per hour. It is still moving on a west-northwest direction at a speed of 20 kilometers per hour. Tomorrow early morning, it is estimated around the coastal waters of Cagayan. And because of Typhoon Kiko, we have tropical cyclone wind signal number 3 raised over Santa Ana, Cagayan. Signal number 2 was raised over Batanes, Babuyan Island, the remaining eastern portion of mainland Cagayan, the northeastern portion of Isabela. And signal number 1 is raised over the rest of mainland Cagayan, the northeastern portion of Ilocos Norte, Apayao, the eastern portion of Kalinga, the northwestern and southeastern portion of Isabela, and the northern portion of Aurora. And right now it is quickly still moving on a general direction of extreme northern Luzon, and it might hit the northeastern portion of Cagayan, going to Calayan, Babuyan Island, and Batanes province. So we are now advising our folks living on those areas to be prepared for against this damaging effect of this strong Typhoon Kiko that will reach their area starting this afternoon. Charles?
Yeah, Raymond, Kiko is quite strong, and thankfully it doesn't look like it's going to hit us head on. Are you still expecting it to intensify further into maybe a super typhoon?
So right now, the Typhoon Kiko is slightly weakened, so it is possible that it will already reach its maximum intensity. However, we didn't rule out any possibility of re-intensification because Typhoon Kiko is still on the East Philippine Sea and might gain some more strength in the coming hours. But still, we are just advising our people, even though it is not a super typhoon, we should be prepared of the possible impacts of these strong winds brought about by this Typhoon Kiko.
Raymond, when are you expecting Kiko to exit the Philippine area of responsibility?
So based on our latest track, it might exit our area of responsibility by Sunday early morning or Sunday morning at the latest. So we're going to expect generally a not good weather condition over the extreme northern Luzon over the weekend.
And one last question, Raymond, before I let you go, do we have any updates on the effects of Kiko, maybe on the southwest monsoon?
So right now, we're still monitoring because the presence of tropical storm Jolina on the West Philippine Sea really enhances habagat, but the rains that might fall over the Luzon area is being absorbed by Jolina at the moment. Then if this tropical storm Jolina will move further to the west, so the enhancement of habagat by Kiko will be expected over the weekend if this Jolina will move westward more away from our country.
Thanks for those updates, Raymond. That was Pag-asa weather forecast, Raymond Ordinary. Davao City Mayor and presidential daughter, Sara Duterte, says she won't be gunning for the presidency. But political analysts and rivals are just not buying it. Manlos Baños with the details.
Only one Duterte will be running for a national post in the 2022 polls. Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte has dashed any hopes of her gunning for the presidency after her father, President Duterte, accepted PDP Laban's endorsement to run for vice president. The presidential daughter said only one in the family can take on a national position. But all is well in their family, said the mayor. However, when it comes to party support, Duterte said her regional party Hugpong ng Pagbabago will not help PDP Laban next year. But political analyst Mon Casiple is not buying the narrative.
Ang tawag ko dyan, laro. May gustong effect na mangyayari either sa loob ng party o sa labas. May ongoing kasi ng negotiations eh. Hindi natin alam pa kung anong outcome.
For Ron Monsayak, executive director of the Pacquiao faction of PDP Laban, it's all part of a scripted show. On Wednesday, the Cusi faction of the party nominated Senator Bongo and the president as their standard bearers.
Kwento-kwento lang ho yung nangyayari. Kumbaga, we've always maintained our stand na smokescreen, everything that they've been doing is really for another candidate. And what happened po yesterday is just proof. It's just proof na yung sarsuela na ginagawa nila ay in support of another candidate na hindi ko na lang mo papangalanan, baka magalit po sa akin, pero taga Davao din po.
Come September 19, it's the other faction's turn to name their nominees. According to Monsayak, they're sure to endorse Pacquiao for the top post. But he admitted that the senator has yet to finish consulting his family and friends. One thing certain though, said Monsayak, Pacquiao is not in any way considering running for vice president. This after rumors surfaced that he might opt for a possible ticket with Manila City Mayor Isko Moreno.
Wala po sa kanyang pag-iisip yung pagiging vice-presidente. So, but nag-uusap po si Senator Manny at si Mayor Isko kasi matagal na rin po sila magkaibigan. So, may regular text messages and phone calls po.
Pacquiao is also set to meet with Vice President Leni Robredo and the Lacson Soto tandem. Reporting for News 5, May Los Baños, we are One News.
She may not be running for president, but Sara Duterte is reportedly eyeing one last term as mayor of Davao City. This was confirmed by Liloan Mayor and Sara Duterte spokesperson Cristina Garcia Frasco in an interview with the Chiefs. Garcia Frasco also said that the public should take the younger Duterte statements at face value. She said, there's no use speculating what will happen should President Duterte change his mind about running for vice president. She also asked supporters to respect the presidential daughter's decision about what she will do in 2022.
Since she's not running for a national position, then the local position is open for her. And that is the position that she will be running for. You know, honestly, with the massive support all over the country for Mayor Sara to run, I honestly think that will not die down anytime soon. And I'm sure a lot of people are saddened by this news. But we have to respect her decision.
Mayors and business groups are strengthening calls for more mobility for fully vaccinated individuals. Mobile journalist Pamela Vazquez gives us the front seat to this story.
Metro Manila mayors have signed a resolution urging the Interagency Task Force on COVID response consider easing rules for fully vaccinated people. This comes 2 days after the task force flip-flopped over the quarantine policy at the last minute, something the business sector is still outraged about.
The abrupt changes of the community quarantine isn't helping us at all. We also appeal to allow the vaccinated population more freedom to work and consume so as to help the economy going even under GCQ.
The restaurant group says many of its members have closed shop for good in the last 18 months and losses are piling up.
Losses nationally is about 1 billion a week. That's including informal sector. We're talking about food courts, fast foods, and the like.
The administration's economic team has been pushing for looser restrictions, at least for vaccinated people. But although Finance Secretary Sonny Dominguez is part of the IATF, he says he's sometimes a lonely voice in the group.
Sometimes in the IATF, we are a lonely voice of trying to convince people that the idea of lockdowns entire community.
He said the IATF deferred the shift to granular lockdowns to September 15 because they needed time to iron out the rule. NEDA sounded the alarm over the effect of the prolonged lockdown on children, saying 18 months of no face-to-face classes will cost them for life.
We have an estimate that productivity loss over the next 40 years is going to be around 11 trillion pesos for the 1 year where we had no face-to-face schooling.
Under granular lockdown, the local government units will be in charge of restricting movement where there are high cases of COVID, whether it be within the building, street, or barangay. The strategy will be piloted in the National Capital Region before being rolled elsewhere. I'm Pamela Vazquez and we are One News.
Now to entertainment news, actor Paolo Contis finally apologized to his family for committing several mistakes that led to his separation with actress LJ Reyes. However, he insisted that his co-actor Yan Santos had nothing to do with the breakup. MJ Morfori with a report.
Paulo Contest broke his silence over his controversial breakup with longtime partner LJ Reyes. In his lengthy Facebook post, Paulo apologized to LJ for everything. He also said sorry to LJ's son with Paulo Avellino, Aki, saying he could have done things differently and listened to him more. Paulo also asked for the forgiveness of Summer, her daughter with LJ. Paulo vowed not to be remiss in his fatherly duties. He said he respects LJ's decision to go to the United States with their kids first. He also apologized to his ex-wife Lian Paz and his kids with her. Paulo also asked for the understanding of his mother and social media staff. In his post, the actor also tried to clear the name of his A Faraway Land co-star Yan Santos. He insisted Yan wasn't the other woman and was never the reason for their breakup. Although he admitted to having an affair, something he isn't proud of and truly ashamed of. But for now, Paulo asked the public to respect everybody's privacy and pray for them. For News 5, MJ Marfori, we are One News.
Here are the stories to watch out for later today. The Senate Blue Ribbon Committee continues its probe into the Health Department's use of COVID-19 funds. Over 500,000 doses of AstraZeneca shots are set to arrive this morning, while 1.5 million doses of Sinovac are scheduled to be delivered this afternoon. And the price of chili has reached up to 600 pesos per kilo due to tropical cyclone Julina. And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again later at 10 a.m. as we monitor the day's biggest stories from sunrise to sundown. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.